Alright guys, with me is the SunJoe Scarifier dispatcher. What I'll be using is the Scarifier, or the blades. And what that will do was actually help get the ryegrass out so the Bermuda can fill in, so we can make this transition much smoother and faster. Having said that, let's get to work. Alright guys, so that was my first pass. I was going north and south. Just as I expected, I didn't have a lot of thatch or areas where it needed to be dethatched or anything like that, because when I overseeded this past fall, I really took that layer down. But as you can see, it works quite a bit. You can tell that, see right there, it takes out that ryegrass out to where the Bermuda grass will actually fill in quite well. I'm already, like I said, I'm already, 70%, so it's just gonna help the Bermuda out a little bit more. Just another tip, guys, when you guys have a corded equipment, make sure you start from the power source first and work your way out. I feel like you don't trip a lot over the cord, and your turnarounds are a little bit smoother as opposed to if you start away from the power source. So that's another tip. And another thing I've learned too was, instead of doing a two-handed start on the power, I've learned that if you take your pinky and just set it there, you can actually you can actually power it up a lot faster, and that way you don't have to do a two-handed technique or anything like that. So yeah, that's just another tip for you guys. Now that I got the first pass out of the way, I went north and south. My next plan is to take the mower, suck up anything that the SunJoe had left out, and then I'm going to take the SunJoe and run east and west at a lower setting. as you guys can see, this is the after the first pass, what all it brought up. One thing I like best about the SunJoe is that it's super lightweight, easy to operate, and it'll save your back on the long run. And plus, I found that it takes me less time having to rent equipment, return it, and finish your job. I really like the SunJoe, and it's got my 2 thumbs up. The only issue that I have with the SunJoe is the fact that the grass catcher is too small to get the job done. So I had a buddy of mine, Ryan Delk, who also has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He had suggested just leave the grass catcher off and just clean it up with the mower. Just real quick, as I was editing this video, I realized when I panned in on the SunJoe, I realized that the setting was actually higher than what it was supposed to for scarifying. So this is actually the first pass on the SunJoe, and look what I got out of it. Amazing. And I'm going to get you down into the turf, and it's definitely thinning out the turf canopy and bringing up all the material debris out. Now that you're done, you have 2 options to fertilize. First option is to spoon feed 1/4 to 1/2 pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet every 10 to 14 days. You can use 15-15-15 Milorganite or Turf Royale, which has 21-7-14. And then your other option is to apply ammonium sulfate 21-00 at a rate of 5 to 10 pounds product per 1,000 square feet. This will give you 2 pounds of actual nitrogen, and that'll give the Bermuda grass a kickstart to push through the ryegrass. I want to thank you very much. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.